What is the best boss in Dark Souls 1? Is a question I thought to myself yesterday. And I thought, hey, why don't I make a tier list on it? I'm gonna be ranking all these Dark Souls 1 bosses in the tier list. Before this video kicks off, I wanna say that all of this is gonna be in my opinion, so if I don't put the boss, your favorite boss in the S tier or your least favorite boss in somewhere, I don't know, around here, don't hate me please. And these bosses are mainly going to be voted on or ranked up on how I felt while playing against them or what was my reaction after beating them. Everything will go. And if you want to see my reaction while playing it, I actually uploaded a full completed video with all of the videos combined into one special video. It's an hour long. It contains all the best parts and best moments of the playthrough. I would appreciate it a ton if you go and watch it and leave a like on this video and that video, and also subscribe. You never know, you might find something else on this channel that you might like. So starting off with the first ever boss, main boss of the series, the start at all, not counting Demon Souls again.
Oh, come on, man.
Asylum Demon. I'm gonna put him on C. Yeah, I don't know. It was too easy. Watch the video again and you see how easy it was. I just literally jumped on his head, took half damage, and just went through with everything. Then after that, I'm trying to think who was... Yeah, of course, Source Demon. As I said in the video again, this guy was built on intimidation. Like, you try to cross the bridge, and I don't know why I sounded like I had a lisp. You try to cross the bridge, he just jumps halfway there, starts chasing you, the music pops in, you know. Main intimidation. Yeah, I know you can choose this guy. I choose it when I played it the first time with firebombs, so he was kind of easy. Other than that, he's also memorable, so I don't know where I should put him, either in C or B. I'll put him on B, I guess. This list might change later on. After that, I think the follow-up boss was Capra Demon. Fuck that guy. I took him down with 2 hits, but the problem was me trying to get a hit in because him and his dogs are very annoying.
Dog, you're stopping me from fucking up here.
I got very pissed off and agitated. And then again, trying to get down there where he was located at, it was super annoying. Then Moonlight Butterfly, I think she was a cool boss. I mean, she was a side boss, but mainly, I don't know. I died 2 times to her because of her BS attacks, that the lasers that follow you. Then I got to summon a witch and basically took her down without no problem. Okay, that took a lot of... Then in the same area, the boss that is near her, Credible Sif, I don't know. He was cool. The whole aesthetic with the wolf with the sword in its mouth and you're fighting it. Again, I cheesed it. It was easy. By cheesing, I mean I got the Black Knight Halberd and every boss of this was easy. Maybe if I played it without that weapon, I would probably have different opinions of these bosses. But yeah, Sith was still great. It was epic. And the storyline and lore behind it was pretty cool. Bell Gargoyles died without a summon. Solaire was pretty helpful and useful. If you have Solaire there, this boss is a piece of cake. You're just fighting a buffed up NPC in the game. So yeah. Then we have Chaos Queen, K-Log, right? She was in Blighttown, and we all know how everybody feels about Blighttown. Why are they both activated? What the f... I'm almost dead. I am almost dead, losing 10k souls and everything. What I learned from her, I don't know what I'm gonna stick her up to though. Surprisingly, there's no A or S boss so far. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get there at some point. To be honest, let's see. Mainly, I did her. Okay, that sounds weird. I did her once with a summon. That was a mistake because the summon sticks close to her every time and doesn't roll away, which causes her to explode. Other than the fact that she was in Blighttown, I don't think anything else is memorable about her. Sliding into the next boss, Ceaseless Discharge. He was a sad boss. I know he's guarding his sister's corpse, right? When you take the loot, he immediately goes on and attacks you. But other than the fact, he can be easily cheesed by running back to the arena and you just hit his fist and he just falls down and the lava drops. So that was pretty easy. But after killing him, you get further and further away, where you can get a fire ring that protects you from lava, which is pretty useful. Then you have to fight Centipede Demon, which... I don't know, that boss is built to piss you off. I did it on the second try, you just hit its limbs, but for someone unexperienced for playing the first time, you're gonna die to lava so many times. And I think it spits lava too, so it's C. I can't put it any higher. Four Kings, I'll be honest, I enjoyed this boss. Although I did die and lose everything because I had no Estus and I needed to heal myself with humanity. That was pretty bad and a dumb idea, but hey, we did it. I'll put him in A. Gaping Dragon. It's, to be honest, it's a C boss. It's like right in Blighttown, so you can get the key to Blighttown. It's in one of the worst areas, the depths, right? Other than that, it's a really straightforward boss. If you do it with someone else or with Solaire, it's pretty easy. It's walk in the park. Stray Demon is the next boss. He's literally, you can fight him if you go back again to the area where you fight Asylum Demon. I did this off camera in the playthrough. Don't think I struggled that much, although he was way tougher. I think he's the toughest one out of the 3 variants of him. So I don't know, it was kind of cool. I don't want to make anything controversial though if I put him above some of these guys that are already in the C and D section. So, and this guy is not a mandatory boss, so yeah, I guess he can stick on C. Next boss, Iron Giant or Iron Golem. I've heard that people say he's something of some type of reference to Final Fantasy or something, and he has an attack that he throws something at you, but it's impossible to hit you because of how the map is. But other than the fact that I think I like his design, I like his attacks, and he's pretty cool. And he's the boss of Sense Fortress. I like that area. I didn't like the traps, you know, the snakes and everything. Then after Iron Golem, the next boss, that is Smough and Ornstein. I enjoyed the hell out of this fight. I did it on my second try, but I enjoyed it. And it was my first time ever fighting a power-upped Smough, right? No, it's Ornstein. The power-upped Ornstein. I got his armor and everything. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Then we go into kind of the main bosses. Right, I know I already put 4 Kings on there, but I'll go with Pinwheel because he's not like one mandatory boss, but it was a joke, to be honest. If I do the meme like how he's S tier, it's dumb. Literally, just one attack. Pinwheel leads you down to one of the worst areas ever. If you don't have a lantern, you're screwed. I don't remember that area, but the name of the area, I think there was a depth. No, it's not the depths. The catacombs, yeah. One of the worst areas. I did the first section without a lantern, and I literally struggled. I just need to find patches. But then going into him, you had to kill baby skeletons, 1,000 pinwheels just to get to him. And then you fall into his arena or chamber and you lose half health immediately, which is kind of like a design flaw or something, but I don't know. Especially you fighting those skeletons that are like those tornado skeletons. I don't know what they're called in the game, but yeah, you kind of have to heal up like a lot. But other than the fact he did have a awesome like theme, he also was creepy. He had an attack that was pretty cool and you had to run. I'm considering putting him A or B. I don't know. He was pretty cool though, but again, I think B is his section. Going up to one of my least favorite bosses of all time, or the area of all time, Sith the Scales Dragon. I despise this boss so much that even while recording it, my audio failed on me, so yeah, that kind of says something to itself. I don't know, you just hit a crystal and after that is just a walk in the park, you just walk near his limbs and you just start attacking them. I don't like that area where it was like a library or something like that. It was very confusing for me. Okay, speedrunner mode on.
Why you bullying me?
I'm gone. I didn't like it. Okay, I guess C section. That sounded weird when you... We're kind of down to our last batch of bad guys. I'm just gonna throw out the third Asylum Demon reskin. God damn it. Demon whatever. His name is the letters are too small and too close to each other so I can read them. I think I'm gonna put him in the D section. It was below average. I'm trying to think if I struggled with him or not. It was pretty simple. Then we have Gwyn's son, Gwendolyn, the guy who puts up an illusion or whatever, that puts up illusion in the whole of Anor Londo, I think. Pretty straightforward boss. He just makes the hallway like steam infinite, but after you kill him, you're just gonna appear that it was only illusion too. So it didn't have any struggle attacks. It was a pretty simple boss. You just dodge away from his beams. You get close to him, you just whack him a couple of times and he's dead. C-section. Okay, down to the last two main bosses, and I'm gonna go to the DLC area section. She's not DLC though. I have never fought her actually, because every time I get to the stage where you enter the painting, my game glitches and I can't fight her because I need to hit a dragon that's gonna stand up. I've watched so many tutorials on how to pass that bridge, but I can't. Literally, the dragon keeps laying down. I don't know what to do. So if there was a tier for then fight, I'll put her there, but I'll just put her in the D section. I know that she goes invisible and you have to follow her footprints in the snow. That seems like a cool mechanic, but sadly I haven't done it. Then the last two main game bosses, Bed of Chaos and Gwyn. Let's just get this out of the way. If I could put you on a special tier that says ass, I would. Reason that I would put this boss there is mainly because I don't think it's possible for you to do this boss without dying multiple times to reach the other stages. I mean, you probably could if you had a very tough and long shield, but then again, you would have to roll. Gwyn, the Cinder guy, the Lord of Cinder, S tier, of course. I enjoyed this. It was a final boss. If you're not good at parrying, put on Havel's armor. You're just gonna cheese through his attacks and just gonna whack him up. Get to full health. One swing. Then we have the 4 last bosses that are DLC related. The first boss that you will ever encounter in that game was a lion with wings. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's a B or an A, mainly because it was tough. When I entered the DLC, I felt the difficulty of the game just spike up. And I enjoyed that boss. It had like very different types of attacks, and I think the DLC caused me to watch some tutorials on YouTube and people giving their advice on how to beat it. It wasn't like, oh, you have the Black Knight Hilbert, you're gonna be swinging through this DLC. Nope, the difficulty went up, if it was even possible. Then we have Artorias. I think he is the best boss or something like that. He has a large variety of attacks, which are pretty cool. He can jump, he can do whatever you want. I don't know if there's any meaning of me just putting out, like, in the order of this, it doesn't mean anything, but I don't know, I'll just do it with Artorias only. This dragon, Calamide, that was a good boss, I'm not gonna lie. When you enter the DLC, people are talking already about it. I think NPCs are talking about it. And then you go to a blind guy who has a bow and arrow for some reason and shoots one of its wings and just cripples it or something, so it can't fly that well, and it's causing you to fight it. I remember the only thing about that area was very wooded, and there was dogs before you enter the fight arena, so yeah, an S tier boss. A boss that Magnus, I think that's his name, Manus, I don't know, the Father of the Abyss. If I fought him, he would be definitely S tier, but I've never fought him, mainly because I stopped playing through that area of the game. But if I fought him, it would be S tier. I've never fought him. I know he's the toughest boss because he has a long range of attacks, like fists, like smacking you with his fists and a lot of different stuff. Yeah, I guess he is an S tier boss, but again, him and this snow girl would be in a special tier if I could position it down, said did not fight, basically. But yeah, that's my Dark Souls boss tier list. If you have your own tier list of these bosses, then comment down below. If you have any opinions on my tier list, please comment down, let's start a conversation. And yeah, that's all it from me. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe, turn on post notifications, and go watch the series. Also, I did a Dark Souls 3 tier list. Please go watch that too. Bye.